Dear college in STEM, we need your help.
As a woman in STEM, I often find myself ending a sentence with, I don't know, when in fact I do know, and I've now just discredited everything I just said.
I didn't really know the difference between screwdrivers. I didn't know what the heck a washer was, why we used it, when we would use it. So I remember that a lot of times after work, I would go into my lab when everyone was gone and I would practice. I would try the different tools. I mean, I didn't have these tools at home, so there was no way for me to practice this at home. And I remember being really embarrassed when my coworkers had to show me simple things like that.
Hi, my name is Lillian, and for me as a female engineer, I think my biggest fear was really coming off like I didn't know anything or I didn't know what I was talking about. So I had this huge fear of not being confident enough to ask questions when I needed to, and I think that was like a big challenge that I had to go through.
As an undergraduate researcher, I used to avoid to ask for guidance and to ask questions. I preferred to do it by myself because I was afraid that I was going to look stupid.
As an undergrad student of nanotechnology, I found myself many times in situations where, while having an argument with a male coworker, I say sorry a lot or I smile too much in order to not feel as an aggressive woman or not giving the emphasis I want to my argument because I feel a little bit intimidated.
I used to overthink about how to dress every day, especially because I didn't want people to judge me according to how I looked, as they've done it in the past. If I was too professional, then I took too much time in things that are not relevant, but if I was too casual, then I didn't take good enough care of myself, and I believe that no one should ever judge you according to how you look.
I used to be intimidated by being in a room full of male engineers at a meeting and not being able to say any of the ideas that I had, but now I'm not afraid to speak up.
In the beginning of my career, I was definitely shy and embarrassed to ask my male colleagues for help. I wish I did. I probably could have finished a lot of projects much sooner and done a lot more projects. However, I was scared, I was shy, and I decided to wear a safety engineering hat, industrial hygiene hat, a civil engineer hat, a chemical hat, manufacturing hat, you name it, because I just was too embarrassed. I thought that they were going to judge me.
Hi everyone, so I am pretty short, as many Latinas are, and one thing I used to never do was use this stool to get my chemicals if people were in the room.
Realizing that there's a barrier between you and being able to have a close relationship or friendship with your male coworkers. You know, you look around and they're all giving each other a pat in the back, and you know that they'll never do that to you because it just doesn't feel right sometimes.
As a woman in tech, I often give my ideas and suggestions only to have them very quickly overlooked without much second thought. I watch my team go through several iterations for the same problem, only to realize hours or sometimes even weeks and days later that my solution was a great idea to start with.
One thing that I had to do to gain confidence in my competence again as an early professional was set multiple cadences with multiple mentors, both inside and outside my organization, to be able to get reassurance and validation that my ideas were worth exploring.
I took plane serving while I was on crutches in a wheelchair, and it was just uncomfortable seeing that guy stare at me and having my professor laugh at me here and there in front of everyone. But I finished the class strong with an A. And you know what? That's a beautiful thing about feeling under pressure and feeling uncomfortable, is having us to set the bars a little bit higher than others to prove that we are capable of achieving things. So be proud of that.
As a woman in STEM, I sometimes feel self-conscious about my speed in getting things done, so I overcompensate and stay later than I need to at work.
So, dear college in STEM, we don't need more women standing up for each other. We need you men to help us. We need to change this.